What's up guys and cars, and today we're all a brand new video. Today I'm going to be comparing this 2017 VW Polo Sedan and this 2018 Hyundai Accent. So sit back, relax and enjoy the video. For sneak peeks, behind the scenes, short one-minute reviews, bloopers and much more, remember to go follow my new Instagram and TikTok account. I promise you will not regret it. So let's move on to the front of these two cars. So as you can see, the fronts of these cars, they're not too bad looking. I prefer the Polo more because it just looks more subtle, but the Hyundai does look very nice. You do get your grills, but there are some fake grills over here, and this one is all real grills, no fake grills on the Polo. Both of these cars do not have daytime running lights, so I'm going to show you how the lights look like. So this is how the normal daytime lights look like. The park lights, the headlights, the brights, the indicators with the lights, and the indicators without the lights. So as you can see, those lights look pretty nice. Which one do you prefer? Please leave it down in the comment section below. So the Polo, it does have some more chrome, so it does look more luxurious, but this one also has a nice chrome strip over here. So both these cars do not have backup sensors or parking sensors. And yeah, so now let's move on to the specs of both of these cars. So let's move on to the specs on the Hyundai Accent. This car has a 1.6 naturally aspirated four-cylinder engine, which produces 137 brake horsepower and 167 Newton meters of torque. This car goes 0 to 100 km in 9.3 seconds, and this car's top speed is 208 kilometers or 139 miles. This car is front wheel drive, and this car weighs 1.2 tons or 2,500 pounds. This car is very economical on fuel, at about 8 liters per 100 km on the city and 6 liters per 100 km on the highway. Now this car comes in 2 types of transmissions, a 6-speed manual and a 6-speed automatic. Now this car retails at $12,500 in America, 178,000 Rand in South Africa, and in Europe 10,300 euros. So this car is also not very cheap for a 2018 car. So let's move on to the specs on the Polo. This car also has a 1.6 naturally aspirated four-cylinder engine, which produces 103 brake horsepower or 155 Newton meters of torque. This car goes 0 to 100 km in 11.1 seconds, so as fast as the Renault Sandero. And this car's top speed is 190 kilometers or 118 miles. This car is front-wheel drive like the Hyundai Accent, and this car weighs 1.1 tons or 2,400 pounds. Now this car is economical, more economical than this. This car averages about 7.6 liters per 100 kilometers on the city and 5.2 liters per 100 kilometers on the highway. Now this car comes in two types of transmissions like this, a 5-speed manual and a 6-speed Steptronic automatic. Now this car retails at $13,200 in America, 189,000 Rand in South Africa, and 10,900 euros in Europe. So this car is more expensive than this car, but it is much slower, it has less power. So should you buy it, wait until the further part of the video to see whether you should buy this car or this car. So let's move on to the back of both of these cars. So this is the back of both of these cars, and as you can see, both these cars are not too bad looking. This one looks more like a Passat, an older generation Passat with all of this chrome. I really like cars with chrome. It really does look very luxurious. This car does not have any chrome used on the back. You just have some body lines. That's all you have. You have a body lines, and it's a very unique design because body lines really do make a car very unique. This one is more of a, there's less body lines, but it's still unique looking. It's not like other sedans. So which one do you prefer? Let me know in the comment section below which back do you like most. I like the Polo because of the chrome, but this one looks really nice because of the body lines. You can really put a lip spoiler on this and it will look really beautiful. And also both these cars, they do have the 1.6 badges. So the exhaust on this car is hidden, but not on this car. This car just has a nice chrome exhaust tip which looks really nice. So let's open up the boot of both of these cars. So as you can see on this car, you can open it through the boot. On this car, you can't. You need the key, or you need to open it from this side. There's lots of wind at the moment. So now let's open up the boot of this car. The battery is a bit low on this car, that's why it's not opening through the key. So as you can see, both of these boots are very identical in size, but this one is a bit more bigger, but this one isn't that small also. Both of these cars, they do have their wheel spanner, their jack, and they do have their spare wheels. Both of these cars. Both of these cars, they do have carpet in there, and both of them, they do not feel very good quality. This one has a more better quality carpet inside. This quality is bad. And also, yeah, so I'm going to move on to the interior of the Hyundai. So this is the interior of this Hyundai Accent. And it's very 2005 looking like. This is a 2018 car, and it does not look that modern at all. It's like, it looks like from a Hyundai Getz. No offense. So you do have a plastic dashboard that will crack in the South African sun. This is a very bad type of plastic dashboard. Yeah. I don't know how. So this is the infotainment system you get. So this is the center console of this car. You do have your two vents. You do have a piano black trim. Looks very modern. And then you do have this MP3 music player. So it does have your Bluetooth, your aux, your USB, FM, AM, and your clock. And a CD, how cool. So as you can see, that's pretty cool over there. It's a pretty neat feature. You can even answer and decline your calls from it. Very cool. So you do have your hazard. Your AC switch is located up here next to the hazard switch. Why? But okay, I'll give it to you. And then you do have your rear defogger, which is also pretty nice. So now you do have your manual air conditioning. It's actually really easy to change between modes. Extremely easy. It's like it's electronic. Extremely easily made. I like it. It's like it's electronic, but I don't know. I'll put up on the screen if it is electronic. So then you can circulate the air, and then when we go onto the center console over here, you have 2 cigarette lighters. Yes, 2 cigarette lighters. You have storage, your 6-speed manual. This is something the Polo does not have. You have a storage, you have cup holder, and you have a nice handbrake wrapped in plastic. So this is where the driver sits. As you can see, you have a nice analog display, or an analog type of odometer. It looks very nice, but it looks like they took it from the Hyundai Getz. Now this is the steering wheel of this car, no buttons at all, and then everything is manual, which is nice. So this is the other parts of the driver's seat. So you get a very nice AC vent, 3 blank switches, and then you do get your fuse box, and you can open the bonnet from there. So this is the door panel of this car. As you can see, it's wrapped in plastic. You get a silver type of handle, you get electric windows for the front passengers, and you get some storage. So let's talk about the passenger side. As you see, you have a nice cabby-hole over here. That's how you open it. It's a cabby-hole, that's all. Yeah, so let's talk about interior quality. Only material used in this car is vinyl and plastic. With a price, you'd expect a little bit more like a soft touch dashboard like the Polo has. This is absolutely ridiculous. Like Hyundai i20, it's going for like 300,000 Rand. It has a plastic interior. I'll link it up in the iCard above. Hyundai i20 review. Hyundai can do better. They need to really do better interiors with better qualities. So I'm going to move on to the back of this Hyundai Accent. Accent. So this is the interior of this Hyundai Accent. It's a car. It's an engine on wheels. I'll give them one thing. The gearbox tunnel. It is small. That is something nice. It's like an electric car. There's nothing much to say about the back of this car. Nothing. It's just engine on wheels. So this is the door panel for the rear passengers. As you can see, you do get that chrome handle again. You do get manual windows, and you do get some storage and a cup holder. Carpet on this is pathetic. It's like quality of this carpet is extremely bad. But yeah, there's nothing much to say about this interior. I'll say the Polo's interior is a bit more better quality than this, and it's a bit much more modern. Not a bit modern, a much more modern interior than this. So let's move on to the Polo's interior. So this is the interior of this VW Polo Sedan, and it looks exactly like the VW Polo. It is a very nice interior. You do get a soft touch dashboard, but it is a Polo, remember, so you do have some more plastic, but at least you have a soft touch dashboard. That is a very nice luxury to have in this car. It's very, very nice. So let's start with the center console of this car. You do have your 2 vents. You do get your row of buttons over there, and then you do get your screen. I believe it's a 6-inch screen This does have your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto and Mirror Link. Pretty cool. It's the same as a Jetta. I am definitely going to be testing this out in the video. So then you do also have your manual air conditioning, but it is much more harder to change between the modes compared to the Hyundai. So when we go on this sense, it's very VW Polo like. An older generation, you get a storage, you get one 12-volt socket, you get 2 cup holders, you get your 5-speed manual, you get some storage, a nice handbrake wrapped in like a leather type texture like Beamers, and then you have some storage and some more storage here. This is what the driver sees. You get an analog display, an analog odometer with a digital display. This car has 58,000 kilometers on it. You get a very nice steering wheel. I believe this has some real leather. If so, it feels amazing, the steering wheel. Then you do get some buttons on it, something that the Hyundai Accent does not have. So this is what you get when you pay 10,000 Rand more. It's unbelievable. So then this is the other side of the driver's side. So you do get your AC vent, and then you do get your lights with your fog lights and spotlights. You heard that. Central locking also. So now this is the door panel of this car. As you can see, it does look very nice. You get your central locking button, you get a chrome handle, you get full electric windows. This is the Comfortline, and you can open and close your boot through there. And you have some storage with VW's signature speakers. VW has very good speakers. So this car, you can see it's a much better car compared to the Hyundai Accent, but it is more slower. But look at this, compared to the Hyundai Accent, like so much more better. So then this is the passenger side. You get a cabby hole with a much better cabby hole. Then you can switch off your airbag, the passenger airbag, and yeah, that's all to say. It's a very, very nice interior, this car. I like it. I really like it. So let's move on to the back of this Polo. So this is the interior of this Polo at the back, and it is a much more better experience compared to the Hyundai. You don't get armrests and those type of things. This isn't an engine on wheels. Basically it is, but you do have your over here like a nice storage compartment. So this is the door panel for the rear passengers. As you can see, this door panel looks pretty nice. You have your chrome handle, and you do have your electric windows, and you do have some cup holder and a nice storage area. This is not plastic over here. This is a nice vinyl material. Yeah, this car is better quality compared to the Hyundai Accent. But the carpet is just unbelievably bad. Well, this carpet is a bit more better compared to the Hyundai Accent, but still bad. Now I might seem biased, but I'm really not. I'm talking facts. I'm telling the truth about the cars, because I don't get sponsored, so I tell the truth about the cars. So I'm going to move on to the side of the Accents. So this is the side of the Hyundai Accent, and as you can see, there is lots of body lines like the front and the back of the car. It does have the body line like the Polo, which starts from here and it carries on all around over here, and it continues on the headlights, and then it stops. So this car does not have the type of body line that go all around the car. This car has a body line that's stopped at a certain extent, so it can only have it on one side. It is pretty unique. Your indicators are on the side, and this mirror has lots of art and indentations and body lines. It looks very cool and unique. That's what I love seeing about cars, when they're unique. That's the most important thing. So you do have your wheel caps over here. These are 14-inch steelies with wheel caps. Yeah, this is the reason why the car weighs so much, 1.2 tons. So you do have unique type of mirrors, and your aerial is a more type of modern antenna. You do have your smash and grab, and you do have a very nice arch over here on this bonnet. It looks very good. So now let's move on to the side of the Polo. So this is the side of this VW Polo Sedan, and as you can see, it is much more less body lines compared to the Hyundai Accent, but they do look very nice. It is very Polo-like. It does have lots of the Polo lines. You do have the traditional handles used by VW, but it does have the chrome on top. It really does look like a new generation Passat. It really is very, very nice and luxurious looking. You do have an indentation here, and you do have your 16-inch alloy mags. So this is what you get when you pay 10,000 Rand more. You get the 16-inch alloy mags, you get your smash and grab also. Now the door mirrors is also very arty-like, but it is much more less body lines compared to the Hyundai Accent on the mirror. But this is a very type of straight looking car, like a straightforward looking car, like business-like. So on this car you do get your more traditional antenna, which gets stolen very easily. And yeah, it's very, very nice car how it's looking like. All these body lines, like this body line, start over here, the bumper, the bumper line, it comes here, it goes on the headlight, then the headlight transfers it onto here, and this transfers it onto this body line, and it continues. It's a lot of attention to detail. This car, you can see it's been through the wind tunnel a lot. And you do have your piano black over here. So here comes the question, which car should you buy? Both of these cars are for two different type of people. This car has more technology, it is more modern, and is more economical and more comfortable to drive, but this one has more power, but the interior is pretty bland, and it's not it's not keeping up with the modern technology. Also, the interior quality is no match to the Polos. So I would say that the Polo would be a better option, but that's for the interior and exterior, but this car would be for the power. If you want some power, then this car is for you. If you want quality and technology, this one's for you. So I'm going to leave the Yankauer score on the screen so you can see the scores that I gave both of these cars. So for the Polo, I gave this car 7 for features, 7 for comfort, 5 for quality, 9 for practicality, and 8 for value. It's been a total of 36 out of 50 for the daily scores. Now for the weekend scores, I gave this car 7 for styling, 4 for acceleration, 6 for handling, 5 for fun factor, and 5 for cool factor, which means a total of 27 out of 50 for the weekend scores. Now for the Hyundai, I gave this car 4 for features, 6 for comfort, 3 for quality, 9 for practicality, and 6 for value, which means a total of 28 out of 50 for the daily scores. Now for the weekend scores, I gave this car 7 for styling, 5 for acceleration, 6 for handling, 5 for fun factor, and 5 for cool factor, which means a total of 28 out of 50 for the weekend score. So the grand total Yankauer score for the Polo is 63 out of 100, and for the Hyundai is 56 out of 100. So the Polo did score more on the Yankauer score. So if you stayed to this far video, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to smash the subscribe button, like button, and turn on post notifications so you never miss an upcoming video like this. I would really appreciate that. It would make me go closer to my dream. So have a great day as always, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.